Okay, so we're back.
3 months later.
It's been a long time.
That's what happens when life gets in the way.
We've been busy and procrastinated this forever, obviously. This is our first time shooting this during the daytime in the morning because we're our kids.
At school.
Thank
for 2.5 hours.
Goodness, we'll take it.
2.5 hours of pure bliss.
So yeah, we didn't have to set up any lights. We're doing this in the morning for once instead of after the kids go to bed. So hopefully it works out in our favor, and yeah, we'll try to keep this video from being like 30 plus minutes.
We should do part 1 and part 2.
Why?
Because it's gonna be long. So I have a lot to say.
Okay.
I mean, 3 months later, I need to remember all the details, so I don't know if I can do that. So it might be shorter. All right, let's go.
And what did we end up doing for Christmas this past year?
So we had this trip planned for early in the summer, but due to a lot of different things, we couldn't make it happen. So we went up the coast of California and then Oregon and Washington to visit Sean's sister and her family. And then we just know a lot of people. So we're like, let's just go across Washington east, see my best friend from junior high and high school. Then let's just go to Idaho and see my family and my Oba. And then we'll just go down towards Utah and hang out there and come back home. So it was a good 13 days. So let's talk about the car. All right, we want to be van people, and so this was our opportunity, right? To really try out a van. And we rented a van, except we get to Enterprise and there's no van to be rented. So they gave us an option of a giant SUV or a giant SUV. So we got a giant SUV. I think it was a Yukon XL. Mm-hmm. That is the biggest tank that I've ever been in my entire life. I was terrified. Turns out we loved it. It was probably a really good choice for us because we had so much stuff. Like, it was packed. We are day 1 of a road trip. We are heading to Monterey for the night, and so far we're 1 hour in, an hour and a half in, and we've stopped 3 times to go pee. So we're hoping to make it there sometime today. Huh, Cohen? Audrey had her Zoom class earlier today, and they had a hot chocolate party, and Mama accidentally made it too hot, and she ended up burning her tongue because, like, Yetis are really good, so my bad. Sean's been a trooper, and he's been driving this tank of a car. So, all is well so far. But let me tell you, Sean was super peeved. Like, he was super upset that that van was not there. He wanted me there.
It's so frustrating and annoying. Like, you reserve a vehicle a month plus in advance, you go there to pick it up and they don't have it. Like, okay, well, since we're talking about rental car issues, like, what else did we run into?
Of course, by the time we get to Washington, it's like, your vehicle needs an oil change. I suggest packing the night before, so in the morning you can just get the kids up and get on the road. When you have a toddler that's potty training, probably remember to bring their potty training seat, which we forgot to do. I don't even know if we would have room for it, but...
Chose not to, because
Did we choose not to?
Well, so Cohen
Sean
was potty
chose
training.
not to.
He's a boy, he can pee on the side of the road. We don't need, like, we have to stop to pee whether we use the potty seat or not. It's not like he could have used it while we were still driving the vehicle, so...
And I guess poop can just fall, and it's like a dog, so you just pick it up and throw it away.
I don't know. We made it work. He had minimal accidents overall.
So the first hour we stopped 3 times.
But no accidents. So...
Don't try to cut me off.
No, this is going to be way too long.
Okay.
So we drive to Monterey
Pier.
We walked to Monterey Pier like right before sunset. We asked for a family photo from some couple and they accidentally took a video. So yeah, so
They were sweet for doing that.
you can see that here. So then we check into our hotel, can't remember what we had for dinner. This was like
In-N-Out. We had In-N-Out.
In-N-Out.
And it was the longest line ever, and we were starving, and everybody was cranky, but it was delicious.
Then next morning we go to the beach.
Lover's Point, I think it was called. Super clean and kid-friendly, like climbing on the rocks. Yeah. And it was like the beach was our own. There was nobody there, so that was wonderful. And our kids could go run wild and cry and eat sand. So
super pretty. Highly recommend. So then we get back on the road and we make it up to. This is where
Arcata?
So our next stop was our Arcata. Made a little hike through the redwoods right before sunset again because we were driving all day.
I'll let you give me a hug. That one's D. Yeah, but the longer we walk, the longer it takes.
This way.
Wait, yeah.
This way, Cohen.
I'm coming. So this third day we planned on stopping in the Trees of Mystery, which is the little like roadside attraction, little hike.
It was awesome.
Yeah, super pretty as well, seeing all the massive trees. Whoa, is this scary?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Kiwi.
Is it scary?
Moving. Don't fall without.
Mushroom? Cool.
We are at the Trees of Mystery. We're at the end. Cohen refuses to walk, and Audrey is crying because she's tired. And we're all starving, and yay for fun.
What's scarier, this ride or the bridges?
No, it doesn't work.
Bridges?
I would say this.
Is this scarier? You're not acting very scared.
Well, I mean, at the second time on the bridges, I wasn't scared.
Took the gondola.
Going in the bridges, and we did that twice. So it's super kid friendly, super basically everybody friendly except for people who have knee issues or climbing stairs. There's a lot of steep stairs. No, my ankle and everything didn't happen until after, so I did it successfully on our
But
trip.
you still had so we brought a cooler with snacks, and so we tried to do lunch in the car as much as we could, and then we would stop for dinner.
San Francisco.
Oh yeah, shoot. Okay.
Rewind. All right, so on the way to the Redwoods, we stopped in San Francisco. So we went to Monterey, and then our next stop was San Francisco. We stopped in over by the Golden Gate Bridge, which I had never seen. I've been to San Francisco so many times. I've seen it, but I've never been next to it. So that's what we did. The kids loved running around. We had tuna fish sandwiches that we had packed in the car, and it was a beautiful day.
We brought a tripod so that we could do self-timer family photos, and it was my goal for each main location that we stopped to try to get a decent family photo. So we got a few of them, and we were happy with them.
Were we happy during the process of getting them? No.
But we knew we'd look back and be glad that we had it.
Just kept smiling.
So fast forward back.
We're in Portland now. We stopped before we get to Washington, and we got pizza, and it was delicious. So every meal that we ate inside the car or in the hotel room because there's no dining outside in California. And in Portland, there was hardly anything that you couldn't eat inside, so everything was outside. It was, yeah.
Then we get to my sister's house.
Finally made it to Washington. The end of day 3.
Small town, McCleary. A couple days prior to Christmas, so spent time with my sister.
Went on a couple
Christmas
hikes. We watched their kids so we could go on a date. They watched our kids so they could go on a we watched their whatever.
Yeah, we swapped dates. Our date was in Portland.
Yes.
We got
to see that waterfall that's super famous. I don't know how to say their name.
Montanoma Falls? Something like that.
No idea.
Yeah. What did we do? Did we have brunch?
We had lunch downtown in a little greenhouse like setup that they did on the sidewalk.
That was cool.
It was super cute.
Food ended up being amazing, like so good.
And then we got Voodoo. There was nobody in line, and I always heard like it's not as good as everybody thinks it is, but it actually was really good.
We stayed away from like the sugar high,
we
like
didn't get the
Captain
cool,
Crunch donut. Like we stuck with just like
the basics.
So we got the Voodoo donut, which was really good. It was shaped like a voodoo doll.
And I love how the pretzel's in it because I feel like everything should have pretzel in it.
Then it was like jelly filled, and then we got just a couple other plain-ish flavors, but they tasted really good as far as donuts go. Just the quality of it, totally worth it. And those ones weren't, they weren't overpriced or anything.
Okay, fast forward. So we went on a couple hikes with the family. It was really fun and just relaxing. It was cold.
Some other things we did in my sister's house. We
made cotton candy. They made marshmallows. Sorry, go.
Gingerbread houses.
Oh, gingerbread houses.
And then we had Christmas dinner, or Christmas Eve dinner, Christmas. Go ahead, stop.
Is it good?
My nephew, who has a YouTube channel you should check out, I'll post the link or the name. And so this whole time we're staying there, we're like planning on doing this little short film because him and I like to make little short films together, and it kind of kept getting delayed and procrastinated. Then finally Christmas Day, which is like the day before we're leaving,
at
we start
4
working
o'clock
on it.
in the afternoon, they decide we're making a short film.
So we start working on it finally.
They make it happen.
We end up editing it like that night while we're there.
It was a product of maybe 4 hours of work.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun though.
Yeah, it's a good, cute 2-minute short film. Starring Audrey Fresh.
I gotta make sure you're not getting like blown out by the sun.
I know.
Okay, sorry.
Right.
We had to adjust the lighting a little bit.
I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, you guys haven't seen it because Gideon posted it to his channel. So we'll figure out a way to share that.
Yeah. Day after Christmas, we go to Carolinas, which is my best friend from junior high and high school.
Which is like a couple hour.
So it was 4 hours away from his sisters.
So East Washington.
Yes.
Drive across.
What do you have to wrap? Wrap. Wrap.
Okay, my little brother here is trying to rap, but he doesn't know what rapping is.
Baby?
You're a little baby. Yeah. And going. She wanted to blanket. I was so annoyed.
My kids are so loud. I wish they'd be super quiet. When we get back home, I'm gonna go on a diet.
Oh.
My dad is so annoying. I wish he would stop. He is like screaming nonstop.
And she has 2 boys that they're same age as Audrey and Cohen. So my kids were in heaven.
So we stayed the night there. One night there.
One night there.
We
got the oil change the next day, and then we were off to Idaho, which was another 4 hours away.